Ayan. Okay, good morning. Naririnig na si Sir G. Rich. Good morning. Opo, okay, very good. Okay, so ilan na ba kayo? Konti pa lang eh. No, hintayin muna natin ng konti yung iba. Wait lang tayo saglit. Okay? Ayan, nakikita yung share screen ni Sir. Nakikita yung share screen?
Opo, sir.
Okay, very good. Anong oras na ba? Ang tagal naman ng iba, ilan pa lang kayo? Okay, so let's start. So this is your Philippine politics and governance subject. Okay, so ito ay para sa UMS strand only, no? So kung i-open nyo ang inyong LMS course module, no, ito yung lalabas. Okay? So before we start to the discussion, let me give you a overview kung ano yung mga topic na i-discuss natin along the way on studying this Philippine politics and governance, no? So this course introduces the students to the basic concepts and vital elements of politics and governance from historical institutional perspective, no? So in particular, it attempts to explain how the important features of our country's political structures or institutions, processes and relationships develop across time. So in the process, the course helps the learners gain a better appreciation of their rights and responsibilities as individuals, no? And as members of larger socio-political community to strengthen their civic competence. Especially, siguro iba sa inyo mga nasa legal age na, no? Mga pwede na maging botante or next year magiging botante na kayo. So, dapat alam nyo yung mga legal rights ninyo. Okay? So, for week 1, meron tayo diyang introduction to politics and governance, no? So gagamitin natin yung today di-discuss natin yung week 1, pero hindi kasi ako nakapag-prepare ng PowerPoint. So ang gagamitin natin yung course module mismo. So doon ako magdi-discuss, no? And then week 2, that is political ideologies, no? Meron naman siyang PowerPoint presentation. And then week 3, that is learning activity, written work 1. Nakikita naman sa screen na. And then week 4, power. Okay, discussion ng power. Ano ba yung sinasabing power ng state, no? Then week 5, states, nations, and globalizations. No? Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng state tsaka nation? And then week 6, Philippine democratic politics. No? So paano ba nag-umpisa? And then week 7, learning activity 2. So that is performance task 1. Week 8, the executive. Meron naman siyang presentation. Then week 9, long quiz 2. And week 10 is your quarterly examination. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga activity, pareho lang din doon sa mga activity nyo noong first semester. No? So, pamilyar na kayo kung paanong sagutan, kung kailan dapat sagutan, at kung kailan yung deadline. No? So, let me remind you, bago tayo mag-start, no? Let me remind you na ang napansin ko, no, so doon sa first semester, so may ilang estudyante na kung kailan schedule na ng examination or yung quarterly examination, eh doon lang magsasagot noong mga activity katulad ng written work 1, mga long quiz, tsaka lang nagsasagot kung kailan ng exam. So ang nangyari, na-hassle na kasi natambakan, 'di ba? So biruin mo, nag-schedule na exam tapos sasagutan mo lahat nung activities, 'di ba? So na-experience naman na nung iba, and then yung mga iba naman kasi nagsasagot naman on time, no? Pero doon sa mga naka-experience, alam nyo na dapat kapag ka-schedule ng activity, dapat sagutan nyo na para hindi kayo ma-hassle pagdating ng examination, no? Hindi nyo na isasabay yung mga activities na yan, no? Especially nakukulitan kayo siguro sa amin sa pagre-remind na dapat sagutan. Okay, so alam niyo na ha. So pagka schedule, so start tayo ng week 1, if possible kung maabot natin week 2, pwede niyo na sagutan yung week 3, di ba? As long as nabasa niyo na, na-discuss naman na, nabasa niyo na, pwede niyo na sagutan. Meron din ng mga estudyante na advance sila, no? Mga nagbabasa ng module, sila sagutan kagad yung activity, no? So wala namang problema doon as long as makakarating tayo ng 70% and above na score. Okay, so for example, meron tayong 10 items, kailangan maka 7 points at least, no? So para makapasa. So kung halimbawa hindi umabot ng 7 yung score, make sure na maabot, no? 5 attempts naman yan eh. And also, huwag nyo sayangin yung attempts, no? Hindi porket meron kayong 5 attempts, eh sagot na lang ng sagot, no? Paano kapag naubos yung attempts, hindi pa rin nakaabot yung score ng 70%. So wala na, no? So meron naka-experience noon before nung first semester. Nangihingi sa akin ng attempts, eh wala naman ako maibigay kasi system generated tayo. Yung attempts na nakalagay diyan, hindi ko naman pwedeng dagdagan. Okay? So it's unfair kung dadagdagan niyan buong AMA students ang dadagdagan. Imagine that. Paano natin gagawin 'yon? Okay, so naka-program kasi yan. So hindi tayo pwedeng magdagdag na attempts unless otherwise ang system mismo ang magdagdag. Okay, so pag nag-take ng activity or examination, make sure na ipasa, no? As long as meron kayo attempts, ipasa nyo na. And then, bago kayo mag-take, syempre, dapat naka-ready na yung notes ninyo, kung ano man yung kailangan nyo sa pagsasagot para at least, di ba, maging convenient sa pagsasagot. Di ba? Kung halimbawa nag-take notes kayo, kailangan nyo yun, okay naman. And then, yung iba kasi nagsa-search na lang online kapag medyo hindi nila natatandaan, wala namang problema doon. Okay? So, yun lang naman nire-remind ko. And then, sasabihin ko na rin sa inyo yung ating module ngayon for second semester ay downloadable na. Okay? So, wait lang. So, pwede niyo siyang i-download, no? And then, kapag na-download niyo na siya, pwede niyo siyang basahin offline, no? Pwede kayong mag-download muna ng module and then turn off niyo yung data niyo, basahin niyo yung module. Mag-online na lang kayo kung kailan kayong magsasagot ng activity. So, unlike before na yung module nyo, mababasa nyo lang kung naka-online kayo. Okay? So, ngayon, pwede nyo siyang i-download and then magbasa kayo offline. Okay? So, pwede yon. So, at least makakatipid kayo sa mobile data. Kung yung mga hindi, walang wifi, gumagamit lang ng mobile data, at least makakatipid kayo, di ba? Kung kailan kayo maglo-load, kailan kayo online, doon lang kayo sasagot or kung kailan nyo lang gusto. So, paano ba natin nina-download? So, tuturuan ko kayo, ha? So, for example, i-open nyo yung week 1 module. So, ayan. Kikita naman sa screen ninyo, di ba? Ayan. So, week 1 module. So, makikita nyo yan. Ayan yung itsura niya ng week 1 module. Okay? Ayan. So, meron dyan sa upper right corner, no? Sa upper right portion, meron dyan nakalagay actions, no? So, baba niyo yung bar na yan and then may lalabas na download. Okay? So, pwede nyo i-download yung file. O, ayan. Nakita nyo dito. And then, pwede nyo i-open siya. Okay? So, that is a PDF file. No? So, yung mga Android phones na medyo sensitive sa Microsoft PowerPoint, sa Microsoft Word, Excel, at least dito sa PDF, ma-open nyo siya. Okay? So, pwede nyo siyang basahin offline. Okay? So, alam nyo na ha, pakituruan na lang din yung mga iba na absent ngayon. Yung mga friendship nyo, ang kaklase nyo na nakakausap nyo naman. Pakituruan na kung paano mag-download ng module. No? So, siguro ulitin ko na lang din kapag nagklase tayo next time. Kasi ang onti nyo ngayon eh. Hindi ko alam kung bakit konti lang kayo ngayon. Okay? So, ano pa bang reminder? Baka nalimutan ko. Ayun, schedule ng ating learning activity nga pala, yung mga learning activities, long quiz, no? Nag-open siya, wala siya nakalagay dito eh. Actually, nag-open to noong November 23 pa. And then, ang closing nito ay January 31, I think. No? So, meron kayo pa rin 5 attempts and then 1 hour for each activity. No? And then 2 hours ata dun sa inyong examination. Okay, so 5 attempts yan ha. Huwag niyong sayangin yung attempts nyo kasi pag naubos na, wala na tayong magagawa. Kung ano yung highest score nyo, yun na lang talaga yung makikredit sa inyo. Okay? So, let's start sa ating discussion. No, hindi natin sure kung matatapos natin to ngayon yung week 1 pero at least hindi natin wag natin masyadong madaliin. Okay? So nga pala before ito naalala ko. Yung ating klase baka hanggang next week lang, no? I'm not sure, wala pa naman ng announcement si Ma'am Girly pero that doesn't mean na hihinto na rin kayo sa pag-aaral nyo sa online, okay? So hindi lang tayo mag-Zoom class. Kasi magkakaroon kami ng Christmas break, yung mga OLC. So babalik kami, I think January na. So that doesn't mean na maghihinto din kayo sa pag-aaral nyo dyan sa inyong online learning ha. Mag-ano pa rin kayo, magbabasa pa rin kayo ng module, magsasagot pa rin kayo ng activities. Kasi katulad ng sabi ko kanina, ang closing ng learning activities na yan, mga long quiz ay January 31. Okay? So wag nyo nang hintayin na kung kaya naman sagutan, may time naman kayo ngayong Christmas break, sagutan nyo na yung mga activities para at least hindi kayo ma-hassle sa January. So wala namang problema. Okay? So yun lang. Yun na. Okay, start na tayo sa discussion. Okay, so gamitin ko yung PDF file kasi hindi ako nakapag-prepare ng PowerPoint. Okay? So bawi na lang tayo next time. Okay, so defining politics. Meron ba pwede magbasa dyan? Sino pwede magbasa dyan? Let me hear. Sino po pwede magbasa? Nagtatawag na lang ako, wala nagpe-present. Si Ocampo, EJ Dan, will you please read politics definition?
Okay, sir. Defining politics. Politics is the way in which we understand and order our social affairs and acquire greater control over the situation. It is also the strategy for maintaining cooperation among people with different needs and ideals in life, or for resolving the conflict within the group, whether this is family, a tribe, a village, or a nation state. The study of politics aims to examine how human life in aggregate is ordered.
Okay, so thank you. So that means 'di ba pagka nagko-control tayo ng isang bansa, no? Ano ba yung notion nung ano ba yung study na kung paano tayo nagko-control ng isang community. Okay? So yun yung ating yun yung sinasabing politics, no? The way in which we understand and order our social affairs, no? Ano ba yung guidelines, 'di ba? Ano ba yung yun nga, yung notion, no, para makontrol natin yung isang community, no? Especially hindi yan iilang tao lang, no? Cover niyan ay buong bansa, no? So it is also the strategy for maintaining cooperation, no? Paano ba nakikipag-cooperate yung mga tao? Okay? So, yun nga, the study of politics aims to examine how human life in the aggregate is ordered. Okay, so meron tayong definition of community, government, and nation or state. No? Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng nation sa state? So first one, let me hear yung definition muna ng community. Will you please read, Abigail Anore? Community definition.
Yes, sir. Community, one kind of social order which is an association of individuals who share a common identity. This identity is usually defined by geography, sense of common purpose, and single political allegiance. It arises to fulfill a wide variety of social functions such as physical security, economic prosperity, cultural enrichment that cannot be met by individuals acting on their own.
Okay, so that is a community. Nag-share sila ng common identity. Diba? Ma-differentiate mo yung Black Americans sa White Americans, 'di ba? Sa Philippines, ma-identify mo kung sino yung Muslim sa hindi, 'di ba? Because they share the common identities, 'di ba? Pag sinabing identity, kasama diyan yung geography, yung sense of common purpose, and a single political allegiance, no? So yun yung sinasabing community, no? So next, government, will you please read? Si Mauricio. Jenny Lynn, Mauricio. Pakibasa
Government,
nga
a political order that maintains and perpetuates the community. It is said to possess sovereignty if it can successfully assert its claims to rule, and it is said to legitimate if its claim to rule authority is willing accepted.
Okay, so willingly accepted. So siya yung sinasabing political order. Yun na yung sinusunod natin on our political or social political assessment, no? So yun yung ginagamit natin. So siya yung nagme-maintain, nagpa-perpetuate ng community. Okay? So andyan yung sovereignty, no? Kung paano ba nagiging loyal yung ating nasasakupan sa gobyerno. Okay? So yun, and it's said to be legitimate if it's claimed to rule the authority that is willingly accepted. No, so siya ay legitimate. Okay, so there are types of government. So the first one is democracy. Okay. So ako muna magbabasa. So democracy, the word democracy literally means rule by the people. So in democracy, the people govern. Okay? So ibig sabihin pag democracy, no, sinabing democracy, pantay-pantay yung pananaw ng tao. Okay? Pantay-pantay yung karapatan ng tao. Okay? So kaya sinabi siyang that is ruled by the people, no? Kung ayaw ng tao sa ganito, yun dapat yung masusunod. Okay? So yung decision ng karamihan ang masusunod dahil ito ay demokratikong pamahalaan. Okay? So next, the republic, pakibasa si Cherise Haugar.
Yes, sir. Republic, sir.
Yes po.
Republic, a literal democracy is impossible in a political system containing more than a few people. All democracies are really republics. In a republic, the people elect representatives to make and enforce laws.
Okay, so yun, nag-e-elect tayo ng representatives, no? Hindi naman pag sinabi kasi democratic, no? Rule by the people, no? Pero paano naman tayo magse-set ng mga guidelines, yung mga halimbawa laws, no? Paano tayo nagse-set ng law, no? Sino yung susundin natin? So by the republic, kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng mga for example, president, vice president, nag-elect tayo para at least sila yung maging representative. Okay? So yun yung sinasabi sa republic. And then next one, the monarchy. Pakibasa Alarcon. Alarcon. Nako. Tulog ata si Alarcon. Ikaw na lang Labutap. Adrin.
Monarchy.
Okay.
A monarchy consists of rule by a king or queen. Sometimes the king is called an emperor, especially if there is a large empire such as China before 1911. There are no large monarchies today. The United Kingdom, which is a queen, is really a republic because the queen has virtually no political power.
Okay, so pag sinabing monarchy, that is ruled by a king or queen. Okay, so sometimes yun nga, ang tawag ay emperor. Okay, so next, aristocracy. So aristocracy is ruled by the aristocrats. So aristocrats are typically wealthy, educated people. So many monarchies have really been ruled by aristocrats. And today, typically, the term aristocracy is used negatively to accuse a republic of being dominated by rich people. So such as the saying, the United States has become an aristocracy. No, pag sinabi kasi aristocracy, talaga yung kung sino yung talagang mayaman, no? Sino yung nakakaangat, yun yung nagiging leader. Okay? So kaya ngayon parang nagkakaroon ng negative connotation pag sinabing aristocracy, no? And then number 5, pakibasa, Reyes. Christian Joy Reyes.
Dictatorship. A dictatorship consists of rule by one person or a group of people. Very few dictators admit they are dictators. They almost always claim to be leaders of democracies. The dictator may be one person, such as Castro in Cuba or Hitler in Germany, or a group of people, such as the Communist Party in China.
Okay, so yun, that is ruled by the dictator naman, no? So Next, democratic republic. Okay, so usually a democratic republic is not democratic and is not a republic, no? A government that officially calls itself a democratic republic is usually a dictatorship. Okay, so communist dictatorships have been especially prone to use this term. So for example, the official name of North Vietnam was the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. So China uses a variant, the People's Republic of China. So yun yung mga yun yung sinasabing Democratic Republic. No, ang ano kasi ang parang Vietnam, parang under din siya ng China, no. So ginamit nilang pangalan is Democratic Republic of Vietnam. Okay, so next definition of nation. Okay, so pakibasa ulit Anore.
Yes.
Nation.
Nation. Nations most this one po, the number one.
Number one. Number one.
Nation is a distinct group of people who share a common background, including any or all of the following: geographic location, history, racial or ethnic characteristic, region, language, culture, and belief in common political ideas.
Okay, so that is for nation. What about the state? Ano ba yung sinasabing state? Mauricio.
State denotes the existence of variable, sovereign government exercising authority and power in the name of the society. It is often used synonymously with country and nation. Although a nation may be composed of more than one state like USA, in more technical and formal terms, state is a community of persons more or less numerous, permanently occupying a definite portion of territory, having a government of their own to which the great body of inhabitants render obedience, and enjoying freedom from external control.
Okay, so yun yung state naman. So pag sinabing nation, 'di ba? Sinabi nga doon share common background. So including na yung geographic location, no? So for example, geographic location natin Philippines, no, the history, racial or ethnic characteristics natin, the religion and language, culture and belief in common political ideas. Pag sinabing state, it can be under ng nation. Okay? So pwede siyang yung isang nation ay maraming state. So pwedeng ganun. So depende if they share common, so pwede din siyang tawaging buo as a state, no? Pero kung sila ay hindi nagkakaayon based on their sovereign government, no? Pwedeng sabihin na sila ay maraming state, no? Under sila ng isang nation pero maraming state. Okay? So but sa Amerika, no, sinasabi nila na sila ay united. Kaya tinawag silang United States of America. So kahit na meron na maraming states sa Amerika, no, at least they share common sovereign government and they are united. Okay? So yun 'yon. And then next, the government cannot maintain order without power. So power is of two kinds, no? So one is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. So power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. So yun yung definition by Mahatma Gandhi. So 'di ba kapag government, sinabing government, so kung wala siyang power, paano niya nga naman mapapasunod yung nasasakupan niya? Okay? So kaya sinasabing ang government merong power. So that is power of punishment at saka yung power of love. Okay? So the politics and everyday life. So politics is all about the way human beings are governed, which involves order, the power, and justice. Okay? So it is not just an abstract study. And it involves the government's day-to-day performance, no? Paano ba tayo nagge-generate ng ating funds, 'di ba? Para mapatakbo natin ng maayos yung magkaroon tayo ng projects, no? Sa Philippines, no? And it does not affect only one individual, no? But it is inextricably bound up with the perpetual quest for what is fair or just in light of the interest of the entire community. So hindi siya nakapokus lang sa isang tao or sa ilang tao. So lahat ng nasasakupan ng isang nation. So yun yung cover ng politics. No, the fourth one, issue is more or less political based on the extent that the use of political power affects the lives and well-being of private citizens. Okay? So yun yung naapektuhan. So pag sinabing lockdown, lockdown talaga. Yung susundin talaga dapat nila. So otherwise, magkakaroon ng punishment. And letter E, an issue becomes political when the government must render a decision, no, which must always be for the common good of the community. No, hindi naman lahat ng issue ay political. So nagiging political lang siya kapag ang issue na to ay tungkol sa common good of the community, no? It's about the community, maapektuhan yung community, then doon siya magiging political. Okay? And next, different political views. Okay, so the first one is democratic. So democracy is a political government carried out either directly by the people, okay, so direct democracy, or by means of elected representatives of people. Okay, so democracy has its origin in ancient Greece. No, kung paano ba yung nag-umpisa. And then next one, democratic socialism. Okay, so it is a description used by various socialist movements and organizations, no, to emphasize the democratic character of their political orientation. So the term is sometimes used synonymously with social democracy. So but many self-identify with democratic socialists oppose social democracy, no? Para kasing ang tingin nila ay managiging capitalist. Okay? Then Blue Dog Democrat. So the Democratic Blue Dog Coalition is a group of currently 54 conservative Democratic Party members of the United States House of Representatives, no, na first formed in 1995. So the Blue Dog Coalition describes itself as a group of moderate to conservative Democrats committed to financial and national security. No, so dito sa Philippines wala naman blue dog, no. And then conservatism is the belief that traditional institutions work best and that society should avoid radical change, no. Some conservatives seek to preserve things as they are, emphasizing stability and continuity, while others oppose modernism and seek a return to the way things were, no, kung ano ba yung nakasanayan before, no. Hindi, may mga ganun, no, hindi natin tinatanggal sa ating history. Okay, and then number 5, conservative libertarian. Okay, so also known as libertarian conservatism or as fusionism. So conservative libertarian includes political ideologies which meld libertarianism and conservatism. And moderate conservative and very conservative and liberal. So yun yung ano pa ba? Ayan, libertarianism and moderate liberal and very liberal Republican socialist. So marami siyang political views, no? So yun, hindi ko na siya enumerate. And then next, politics and political science. Okay, so political science is the systematic study of politics, no, or the process by which governmental decisions are made, di ba? Pag sinabing science, it is a study, no? As a famous definition puts it, politics is determining who gets what, where, when, and how. So the political scientist is an objective observer who asks questions about about and studies the effects and structures of different systems of governments. No, halimbawa, paano ba na nagkaroon ng system na merong president, vice president, and senators. So paano ba nangyari 'yon? O paano ba tayo nagfo-formulate ng isang batas, no? So under 'yon ng study of politics or yung sinasabi nating political science, no? And then history of political science. So political science originated with the ancient Greeks in the 1st century BCE. So during this time, philosopher Plato wrote numerous dialogues about politics, asking about the nature of justice. No, paano ba tayo nagkakaroon ng justice? No, so what constitute good government? And what is truly best for humanity. So his students, Aristotle, worked in a more scientific way, observing and describing types of governments systematically. So at the start of the 17th century, the people began to apply methods of scientific revolution to politics. Thomas Hobbes, for example, employed the methods of geometry to break government down into its most basic parts in order to understand it. No? Nag-start tayo sa merong position and papunta sa individual, no? Under community, family, papunta sa individual. And then in the 19th century, thinkers such as Karl Marx and Max Weber used sociological methods to analyze politics. Okay? And then political science today. So in the last few decades, political science has become more solidly established, no? Kaya naging maayos na, no? Organized na yung ating political institution. So political professionals work on campaigns as well as news shows at all levels to help sway voters, and many elected officials analyze data to help make policy choices. So today, many political scientists use statistics and other quantitative methods to study a variety of issues such as voting, Congress, and presidency. 'Di ba? Kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng election, nagbobotohan, and then Congress decision kung halimbawa merong sinusolve na problema. So yan, under siya ng political science today. Okay, so why study political science? Ba't ba natin kailangan malaman yon? Okay, so the first one, by studying political science, we become more aware of our dependence on the political system and better equipped to determine when to favor and when to oppose change. No, hindi tayo dapat as an individual meron tayong sariling decision, hindi tayo nakokontrol ng kung sino, even our families, no? So dapat aware tayo sa ating decision kung kaya tayo nag-aaral ng political science, no? And then next one, everyone has the duty to advise communities on how to become more effective, no? Paano ka nga naman makakapag-advise sa community kung halimbawa maging advocate ka? So paano ka makakapag-advise sa community kung wala kang knowledge about political science? Okay? So yun. And then next one, students of political science can possess better political opinions and decisions. 'Di ba? Magiging botante na yung magiging botante kayo soon. So at least ngayong estudyante pa lang aware na kayo kung paano ba nangyayari. Paano ba tayo nagiging isang individual sa bansa, no? Paano tayo ano yung mga karapatan natin? Okay? And then letter D, in this subject, students are expected for moral and intellectual growth. No? Kahit pa paano, at least mag-grow kayo as an individual dito sa political science. Okay? So, yun. And then, what's wrong with politics nowadays? So, first one, it deviates from the concept of good politics. Diba? Kasi sinasabi nga na marumi ang politika. So, which ought to be a reflection of the aspirations to contribute to the happiness of the community and not of the need to